I received this homework question via email, and the question was, how do I copy the data over to Excel? So I'm not going to work through the entire problem, but I want to go through the process of getting the data for the problem into Excel. So use the magnitudes rounded to 2 decimal places of the 100 earthquakes included in the accompanying data set. Okay, so our data set we'll access by clicking on this icon right here, where it says click the icon to view the earthquake magnitudes. So if I go ahead and click this icon, here are the 100 data values. And to bring this over to Excel, and you're going to see this consistently throughout the entire course, anytime you see these two little squares, that is the copy to Excel icon. So if you click on that, say open in Excel, it's going to take these 100 data values and move them over to Excel. Now once we have them in Excel, let's see if we can open this real quick. Once we have this data in Excel, we could go ahead and start counting the frequencies in each class. And so we're given in the problem, so let me move this out of the way. We're given in the problem that we want to use a class width of 1. Use a class width of 1. Now, you really can't do the problem if you don't know the definition of class width. I mean, that's where you would have to start. So the class width is the difference between the lower limits from class to class. So if the class width is 1, that means you add 1 to each lower limit to get the next lower limit. So if the first lower limit is 0, plus 1 would be 1. And then the next lower limit would be 2, and so on. 3, 4, and 5. And if the first, well, we want to know now where the first class is ending. Now if the second one starts at 1, and we're using 2 decimal places, if the second class is starting at 1, then the first class has to end right before 1. And the last number before 1, if we're rounding to 2 decimal places, would be 0.99. So if we're counting by hundredths, the number before 1 would be 0.99, or the number after 0.99 would be 1. So the second class would end with 1.99, and so on. Okay, so this is what Excel gave us. So this is simply, we took this information from the problem, hit open in Excel, so I'm done with this window now. And so now we have the problem in Excel. Okay, so now the problem is, what are the frequencies? Remember, the word frequency means count. So count how many numbers fall in this first range. So how many numbers are between 0 and 0.99? Or basically, how many numbers are 0 point something? There's 100 numbers in this list. So I don't want to scroll through and count them one by one. I think the easiest thing to do is put these numbers in order from smallest to largest. Okay, so what we could do is go into the Data tab. So I just clicked on Data up here. And in Data, you'll see this, Sort and Filter. So it's basically just highlight what you want to sort, and then Excel will sort it for you. So just click on Sort and Filter, and then this A to Z is sort smallest to largest. So when you click on that icon, all right, boom, numbers are sorted. So now it's easy to see, without going through all 100 numbers, it's easy to see that the first 10 of them are between 0 and 0.99. So remember, frequency is count. Okay, so we'll say there's 10 numbers in there. And then that's it. You go through and you count how many numbers are on that list. between 1 and 1.99. So it looks like there's a bunch there. So you count them and you go through the frequency distribution and fill out the rest of the frequencies. All right, that's it for this video. I hope this was helpful.